So I've been disconnecting from social media more. And, like, that's a journey, it's a process. And, like, the horrors they persist, it's so easy to try and, just go back to. But last month, in, like, the start of December, I decided that's it. I'm finally actually, like, deleting my Instagram and, like, deactivating my Facebook, keeping Messenger, because everybody's on Messenger and it's almost impossible to keep in contact with some people without Messenger, so there's that. But it's done me so good so far. I'm really glad I did it. Like, really glad I did it. And I've seen improvements in my day-to-day life. I get more done. Like, I've still got struggles. I've still got, invisible disabilities that affect how much I can do. But, good God, I'm so glad I am off those toxic platforms. Pretty much all my social media now is arguably YouTube. Like, do you count YouTube as social media? I guess to an extent, yeah. Then I've got Tumblr again, which I'm actually really enjoying, and with the only using the following feed rather than like the for you or tags. Like, you get to where you've read before and you can go, oh, I'm done. I'm done? I'm done. That feels so good when you're so used to, like, the infinite scroll to just be like, oh, I've read this before. I'm finished. This is where I can actually stop. And Discord, because I love Discord. And, Discord is not endless scroll. And you choose very intentionally what communities you're a part of. So it's made a really positive difference, and I'm gonna work on doing more, like, practical things. Like, I'm gonna write more letters. I wrote quite a few letters last year, and that was nice, and got some back too, which is extra nice. But I think I'm gonna do a round of letters throughout January, post them off, and just, even if I don't get a response from the people that I send to, it's just a really nice thing to do, and it feels so much more genuine than a message. And I don't feel as, I don't know, paralyzed by just actually starting and sending something that I do by, like, media, social media and whatnot these days. Like, it got to a point where I wasn't posting anything anywhere because, like, especially with Facebook and Instagram, because the moment I do, somebody picks a fight. Somebody chooses to purposefully misinterpret whatever I say. And that was paralyzing. I didn't need that. But, the people who are actually in my life and the platforms that I use have way less of that fighty nature. Far less of that, like, picking a fight for no reason energy. Like, the people around me and the people that I want to connect with actually want to take what I say and do in kindness and not, like, put some malicious intent behind it. And that's good. And I'm so glad that I'm away from just all that bullshit. It's a bit of a luxury to do so. Not everybody can. So many people have to have social media for work these days. And, oh, good God, I could not handle that. I just could not. But I'm glad I'm not in that position. And I'm doing better. This has probably been, like, this December, and I always struggle with December, has been the best that I've had in a very long time. Like, I'm not saying it was good, it's always hard for me. I do massive, like, trauma stuff, and also, like, with the autism, just, like, everything is bright and loud, and, like, here in Australia it's summer and it's just, nope, too hot, too loud, too bright, can't do it. But because I've been focusing on more practical things, it's been so much easier to get through it. So I'm glad for that. So anyway, if this is, you're thinking of disconnecting more from like the really toxic endless scroll social media, I say do it. If you can, you're gonna be happier for it. Maybe not happy, but happier. Alright,